In 5 years, the ABS challenge system will be blank.
Normal. We won't even think about it.
I think this year we're going to expect a different Shohei on the mound.
We don't appreciate what we're seeing with him nearly enough.
Who wins the WBC?
WBC winner is, drumroll,
the ABS system that exists now.
Yeah.
The face is already, this is giving me hope.
So wait, are you a fan before I say what I say?
I'm formulating an opinion.
You're using me for my thoughts. Yeah. I know how this goes. All right. So I am a fan because I think getting things right is important. And I think it doesn't take away from the flow of the game enough where it's like, all right, this is becoming a nuisance.
Okay.
And so for all of those reasons, I'm for it. Like, you tap your head if you're in the batter's box, or if you're a pitcher or a catcher, you tap your head, shows it on the screen, 3 seconds, we're done, back in the batter's box, right? Like, it's not like a challenge in the NFL or NBA where you got to go to the table or they got to go to the side and check. Like, it's really quick. The most I've seen this spring, 15, 20 seconds, but that's it. And so for that reason, I'm in.
Great. Okay. Here's a question then. Fill in the blank. In 5 years, the ABS challenge system will be blank.
Normal.
Cool.
We won't even think about it. You know what I mean? Like, I think with...
Are we getting rid of umpires? Are they done?
No. And I don't think anybody necessarily wants that. I think it's always been about a hybrid... It's always been about the hybrid system. Because I think if you ask any big leaguer, pitcher, catcher, or if a guy who stands in the batter's box on a regular basis, they acknowledge that there are some really, really good umpires out there. Like, it is a ridiculously hard job, especially today with some of the stuff these dudes are throwing. 100-mile-an-hour fastballs, 90-something mile-an-hour breaking balls. Like, it's not an easy job, and there are a lot of really solid umpires. Players acknowledge that. But if there's something that helps make their job easier in terms of calling balls and strikes, why not do it? And if they can agree to it in their collective bargaining agreement, and players are cool with it, and the league's cool with it, if all parties are like, all right, cool, then that's fine. Like when we had the replay challenge system in baseball about close plays, XYZ, people were like, I don't know, is this gonna? And it turned out to be a thing where everybody agreed, okay, the game is better because we're getting calls right. Sometimes you're going to have some gray area of, is the letter of the law type stuff where it's just like, all right, I beat this play. I made it to the base safely. And for a millisecond, my hand came off the bag. It's like, man, but you know, you're going to have some of those as we get these systems in place.
Okay. No, I like that. I mean, I think where I am, I just didn't want to no one cares about my answer. They care about your answer, so I brought you on. But I think where people sit in this sort of lukewarm area is, you know, how are managers going to delegate who makes these calls, and like, how are they teaching players? When are we making these calls? When are we not making these calls? Is this going to get out of hand? Your answer to that?
I think there are already conversations being had of the players you trust to do it.
Yeah.
I think you're going to quickly find out, hey, you're not allowed to do this.
I can't wait to see that list.
You only get a couple of these, and you've already blown 2, and it's the 3rd inning. So, yeah, I think the guys like your Aaron Judge, your Shohei Ohtani, your Juan Soto, the guys who have the 380, 390, 400 on base percentage that walk a ton anyway and have a great command of the strike zone, those dudes, green light. It's going to be like stealing bases. You have the green light at all times. And then the other guys, it's like, hey, man, you don't necessarily have the greatest plate judgment of the zone. Like, you better be sure, right? Especially as we get later and later in the game. Like, you better be sure. Because you already see it on the replays where guys are just like check it. And it's like, bro, you were out by 10 feet. What are you talking about? Check it.
Like, I'd love to know where a Joey Votto or someone who's got like the personality but also veteran status as a manager, how I sit of like, just STFU, okay? Like, just keep it.
Hey. And it was one of those things where, like, when Joey was around,
yeah,
you knew Joey had an elite command of the strike zone where it's like, he's probably right.
1,000%.
He's probably right. And he's the type to tell an umpire, you're wrong. And then in this
he's
era,
done it a lot in his career.
Like, I think we're going to have some, I'm interested if we're going to have more or fewer ejections because of this. Because now I don't have to argue with you about if it's a ball or strike, because that would be an automatic ejection back in the day. Now I'm going to challenge this. And when I challenge it, I'm going to not swear, talk to you about how you got it wrong. Or am I not? So I'm really curious to see that side of it.
Right. There could be more because
now I'm pissed off because it's like, you knew damn well this wasn't a strike and called it anyway. Or
it could be less.
Well, I'm not mad anymore because it's a ball now.
Because the computer solved it. It's like, how many less arguments take place because we're like, why don't we just Google? Why don't we just Google it?
Yeah, like it probably takes the wind out of your say. Like, you're in the box, like you're getting riled up. It's like, oh, okay. Because I'm not mad anymore.
Sorry, wrong. I was wrong.
I was looking for an argument. Not even mad.
You just go on your way. Take first. Yeah. All good. Yeah. That's
like, I think that those are the subplots of ABS where it's like we might have fewer ejections now because what am I arguing?
Covering World Baseball Classic. Would love to get your perspective on who has the most pressure in the tournament. You can touch on storylines, but you got Team USA, Aaron Judge is the captain, Shohei Ohtani leading Japan again. They're trying to go back-to-back years. And then the Dominican Republic, who has as many stars as does Team USA, and kind of like fell off the map 3 years ago. So we'd love to get,
I'm leaning Dominican Republic.
Who has the most pressure?
They have the most star power, including Team USA.
Wow, you think Dominican Republic has...
I think Dominican Republic, when you look up and down their lineup, it's just like superstar, 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 superstar. They probably have as great pitching as any team. Like, they're a team where you're just like, how do they not make the final? You know what I mean? It's just like, damn, your outfield is Juan Soto on left, Julio Rodriguez in center, and Fernando Tatis Jr. in right, Vlad Guerrero Jr. at first base, Ketel Marte at second base. Like, you start going around that. You got Manny Machado playing third base. Junior Caminero, who's a third baseman and hit over 40 home runs as a 22-year-old last year. He's going to be their DH because you can't even get him on the field. Like, that team is stacked and loaded. And it's also hilarious that Austin Wells, not Dominican, his grandparents.
His grandparents. He's going to.
But that's great.
Perfect for a New York Yankee to take that. He's going to.
It is very New York. Like, I am okay with that like, of all the
Vladimir Guerrero, Juan Soto,
Austin Wells, Manny Machado, Junior Caminero,
Austin
Wells. There is something that is pretty awesome about that.
Austin Wells.
Austin Wells.
That'll be great. He's just, I mean, man, that dude's going to have, I bet you the first Yankee game of the season, someone's going to put a Dominican flag with his name on it for opening day. 1,000%. He's just.
Me amo Austin Wells.
Me amo Austin
Soy
Wells.
Dominicano.
Yeah, that'll be like they come up.
That's what he has to say now.
Oh, and like what his like
Soy Dominicano.
What his walk-up song will be for, like, is it like, do they get to pick a name? Is he gonna be like, you know, Austin Mangu Wells? You know, like, is he get like
Austin Mangu? Austin Mofongo Wells.
Austin Mofongo Wells. be great.
That would be hilarious. Austin Mofongo Wells.
Yeah, that could be a good.
Love that.
Put it on the jersey. Okay, so most pressure in the tournament.
Most pressure, Dominican Republic, Team USA, number 2.
Wow. Even with
I don't
Aaron
think
Judge
there's any pressure. Yeah, like I think I just think with the star power, in my opinion, DR should be better than Team USA.
Okay.
Even though this is the most talent that Team USA has ever had, which great for Team USA. But yeah, I would, if they had to go head to head to play Japan, I would say that there would be more pressure on the Dominican Republic. To me, there might be people like, no, it's more pressure on Team USA. You lost in the final to Japan. You got Aaron Judge and all these superstars to finally say yes. The pressure's on you.
Could also go, but there is a cultural component to Dominican Republic that if you lose in baseball, it's like, Russia. It's like Canada losing in hockey to the U.S.
One of my best friends, his dad is Dominican, because he's Dominican. He's also Dominican.
Not Austin Wells.
No, he's a native Dominican, his dad is. And it's not Austin Wells. And he said when Dominican Republic got bounced in WBC, it was his dad was mad for like weeks.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is Canada getting knocked out of the gold medal match is the perfect kind of comparison of how people feel about this thing.
How much can the World Baseball Classic actually impact a player's career?
Interesting. Because the games don't matter, sometimes it's hard to put it in perspective. But I think because while they don't matter, the lights are really bright and people are watching and care. And sometimes you like to see who performs on the big stage.
Okay.
Right? Like who performs when the lights are bright and the world's watching. I think when Shohei struck out Mike Trout to end the last World Baseball Classic, elite theater. And I also think that was like the handing of the baton from Mike Trout to Shohei as the best player in the world. And then you've seen the rocket ship that Shohei's been on ever since. And it kind of goes with that. So to your question, I think you can see a player take a performance from WBC into the season. And in the case of Shohei, that kind of just launched him into everything else he was doing.
Let's talk about Shohei because he is scary. As a player, but there's something powerful about watching Shohei Ohtani talk to his teammates without the need for an interpreter. I don't know if you've seen this video that's gone around the internets as of late, but the words he had to hype up his team had me motivated, Russ. Why do I get the feeling that Shohei is just getting warmed up as a Major League Baseball player?
Sometimes when you talk about Shohei, you find yourself using these humongous, grandiose type of words. And for most people, it'd be like, we're getting hyperbolic. But it's not for him. Like, I've watched him now, Serena, for years. I've covered games that Shohei... I was at a game in the postseason where he hit a ball out of Dodger Stadium. I was also at the NLCS where he struck out 10 and hit 3 homers to send the Dodgers to the World Series. I've seen him hit 3 homers in a game to go 50-50. Like, there's legitimately nothing he can't do and is now going into peak of his powers mode. And we're going to get this, good Lord willing, this version of him for at least the next 3, 4, 5 years.
You said it.
I think you start talking about the best player to ever play. You got to be really sure, but I don't know what else he has to prove to show people. To me, he's past what Trout did, and Mike Trout was the best player I had ever seen with my own eyes in my generation of baseball. But now Shohei is taking that and run with it, and he's gonna finish. He's gonna end up with 600 homers, and even if he stopped pitching, let's say 2 years from now, he will have already pitched enough to say he did this offensively and he pitched for a decent amount of time. And when he was healthy, he was like one of the best pitchers in baseball.
Okay. Well, you said there is nothing he can't do. So his teammate, Teoscar Hernandez, he said this in an article that our buddy Alden Gonzalez wrote for MLB. For ESPN. He said, I think this year we're going to expect a different Shohei on the mound. He is clearly missing that Cy Young award. It is something he has said he wants. My God. Is this where we really see, I mean, he's already hitting, I think he hit a 98 mile per hour pitch and just spring training just started, Russ.
Yeah. His stuff is as good as there is in baseball when he's on. Like, you're talking fastball touching 100 miles an hour, the breaking ball, whether it's sweeper or slider. There's nothing as a player he can do, but as a pitcher, like, he has all the things.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's just because he, as opposed to other people, has to do so much because he's leading off for the Dodgers. So sometimes it's, all right, first inning, strike out the side, and then I got to run to the dugout, get my helmet on, and watch the pitcher warm up, and then I'm in the batter's box because I'm leading off.
You would never see that. You would never.
It's crazy.
The mental.
So,
yes.
Sometimes it's just getting worn down physically because just a human, he's already proven to us as a human being can do things that we can't. But naturally, there are just going to be some days where he's just worn down. And that would be the thing that, maybe he walks a couple more, because that's usually the thing that gets him. Like, the command will be off, and that's how he's just not on that day.
Yeah. When
he's on, it's 10 to 15 strikeouts, no walks.
Yes.
And then he's going to hit a homer. Yes. Right? That's the normal Shohei that we're looking for. But yeah, like I think that, like, he's already had a top 5 Cy Young finish in his career. So it's not like that version of him isn't in there. Like, we've seen it. It's just, if he's at that version of himself pitching, what gets sacrificed when it comes to the offense? What
does it say about us that people are like, I'd rather never see Shohei Ohtani pitch again, and he will be the greatest of all time just hitting, just as a DH. Mm-hmm. What does it say about how we view the game right now?
We don't appreciate what we're seeing with him nearly enough. Like, people came over here. When we came over, people said, it's a gimmick. He'll be done. There's no way anybody can do it. He'll just pitch. He'll just hit. And he's now gotten to, he came over in 2018 was his first season in the big leagues. It's now 2026. He has 3 MVPs. Is back-to-back MVP. He might be the only person to now pass Barry Bonds with 7 MVPs. 7 MVPs, Serena. Like, that's now possible.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Like, he's won 2 in 2 and 2 seasons with the Dodgers. He also did it twice with the Angels, so he has 4 now.
And he's 31.
And he's 31. And we're talking about him winning a Cy Young, and he also hit, like, if he has a 3.4 ERA this year, 3.4, 3.3, that's a really great season for a starting pitcher. Strikes out between 180 and 200 batters, and then hits 40 homers. There's no way he's not the MVP again.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, an average season from him offensively is 260 to 275, 40 homers, and a 900 OPS. And then a full season of him healthy as a starter, even with the Dodgers, giving him a couple extra days, skipping a start to keep him fresh. If he has 20 to 25 starts, he's still probably going to strike out 200.
Mm-hmm. He's competing with an Aaron Judge, who is getting MVPs for doing things just with his bat and
just
defensively, but like no one's really like, oh my God, I need Aaron Judge.
We're at a time in baseball and in the National League where you got to hit like 80 home runs to win MVP. Like think about Cal Raleigh last year with the Mariners. Aaron Judge, and I think voters got it right. I do think Aaron Judge was the MVP. You look overall at what he was able to do offensively, etc. I get people said, hey, Cal Raleigh, catcher, what he did, how he led the Mariners. I get all those things. He had 60 homers and finished second. Now imagine if Cal Raleigh was in the National League and you have a 60 homer season and then Shohei strikes out 200 and hits 40. Sorry, buddy, you're losing. Like, there's no way. Like, you got to be historic to beat him. Like, when Aaron Judge beat Shohei for MVP a couple of years ago, Aaron Judge set the American League record for homers. That's how you got to be historic to beat Shohei. He had to hit 62 homers to beat Shohei.
Yeah. And even then, it was still...
It was close. Like, it wasn't like Aaron Judge ran away with it. Like,
there were still people arguing that. Yeah.
Oh,
maybe I want to eat...
You can't get mad at him. And it's one of those things where I am thrilled that I've never had... Like, I didn't have to vote for, AL MVP last year because that was a tough vote. Like, I can understand... Like, I've had fairly easy votes for awards recently. I think my toughest was 2021 MVP when I voted for Bryce Harper, who ended up winning the award. And that year, it was Fernando Tatis Jr., Juan Soto, and Harper. And it was Fernando the entire season, and then Bryce out of nowhere carried the Phillies, who were out of it, into sniffing the playoffs when they had no business sniffing the playoffs. And it's like, yeah, this is probably the guy. But other than that, I've been very fortunate to not have to, and I take it very seriously. Like, I sit down at the end of the season, I look through everything, I look through all the numbers, I think of the variables that are important to me as a voter. And I'm like, all right, I feel really strongly about this. Because the last thing I want is people like, you don't care, you don't know anything. It's like, whoa. I have a whole system and I watch more games than anybody.
Right.
But no, it's that I can't wait for the year where somebody does have a historic season in the National League. Like Juan Soto has the best season in his career and hits 58 homers.
Yes.
And then it's like, well, Shohei struck out 200 and also hit 50 homers. And then we just got to have a conversation like, yeah, man, you're not winning.
Just not,
Until he retires, enjoy second place.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Quickly, want to get your insight because you are gearing up for the season. Who is a breakout star that we're going to be talking about in April, May, June, July, August, September, and October because of what they do this month in March?
That's an interesting question. Breakout star. Do they have to be on a WBC roster?
No, we can just do general spring training.
19-year-old Connor Griffin for the Pittsburgh Pirates. He is the number one prospect in baseball. Extremely talented. His player comp is Bobby Witt Jr. because the combination of power and speed, stocky kid, looks the part. And going into spring training, you thought if he had a good spring, you can make a serious case that he would be opening day shortstop for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Now, he's had some struggles offensively so far this spring. Not the biggest deal. But that guy's going to be in the big leagues this year. And when he gets there, you're looking at your next great shortstop in Major League Baseball. Connor Griffin, Pittsburgh Pirates.
Connor Griffin, Pittsburgh Pirates. Russ, thank you. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your insight. Who wins the WBC?
WBC winner is, drumroll, I think Japan wins it again.
Japan wins it again?
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't have to say that because we just talked about Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah. Because I'm sitting here and I'm just like, you got to pitch to him.
Wow.
I'm going to say Japan wins it again. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
What's the final? Is it a Juan Soto or an Aaron Judge strikeout with Shohei Ohtani on the mound?
I don't know if they're going to let Shohei pitch.
Oh!
I don't think they're going to let Shohei, because I know the Dodgers.
The Dodgers are like no.
Pitch. Yeah. And they said it was Shohei's decision, but yeah, I don't think he will. The only way I see a team that's not, because here's my thing with Team USA.
Okay.
Position players, they're great. Like, they're loaded. You got Cal Raleigh, you got Kyle Schwarber as your DH, Judge, Bobby Wood Jr., Gunnar Henderson, Pete Crow Armstrong. Like, they got dudes. I get it. They're starting pitching. You look at it, it's like, oh, shoot, these are the best pitchers in the world. Paul Skeens, Tarek Skubal. Skubal's going to pitch one time, and then he's done for the entire tournament. It's just like, all right. And then Skeens, how much can you actually use him without the Pirates getting mad at you? Like, hey, man, that's the best pitcher in the world coming off a Cy Young season. Then you have Nolan McLean, young starter for the New York Mets, who's probably going to be the guy if they make it to the final that's starting for you. So, like, you start getting into those secondary layers of things of like, all right, yeah, you got the names, but you're done after this guy's done after 50 pitches. And then what? So that's my thing with Team USA. It's like, I just don't know if they're pitching, they have enough after you get Skubal and Skeens out of the game.
Do you think, though, that all the teams who technically have MLB stars are going to deal with this same issue? Like, technically, right, a team doesn't have a veto power, but, like, no team owners do not want the WBC happening, even though it's under Major League Baseball that this tournament is even in existence.
Well, yeah, you have, there are going to be the guardrails up of like, this guy, you're throwing 50 pitches and then you're out of here. But because Team USA starting pitching is so top heavy, it's like other teams will be able to weather the storm after their starters come out of the game. You know what I mean? Like, you'll have more guys. Like, I think that's where a team like the Dominican Republic will do well, because like they have a very balanced starting rotation that's really solid.
Okay. But no one that's like I think, you're not pitching anymore.
Yeah,
you're not gonna
like
have the
you're
cutoff.
done. Like, you're just only pitching one game. So yeah, I think if Team USA gets through that, I think they might be okay. But like, I do think the starting pitching is where it's like, I don't know.
Okay.
Our course is the Dominican Republic, though.
Ross, thank you very much. I appreciate your time. This was lovely and insightful.
I appreciate you having me.